What piece of wisdom do you want to share with other parents and professionals?
I would like to say to follow your child's lead, to watch your child. Not every child is going to be the same as Nick. For us, there were many paths we could have followed. We could have forced him down a path that we chose for him, but we decided, the kind of parents that we are, we wanted him to have freedom. We wanted him to make his own choices, and we wanted to follow him in what he was comfortable doing. It was easier for us to learn how to sign than it was for him to learn how to hear and talk. I don't know that it would have been possible. It would have required a lot of discipline, which is, it works for some parents. Some people are a lot more disciplined than I am. I'm not that kind of person, and I knew I couldn't live my life that way. I wanted to enjoy my child. I wanted him to feel comfortable. I wanted him to be free, to have freedom. So I followed him, we followed him, my husband and I both, down the road he chose, which was sign language. So we chose to sign with him. We chose to allow him to make educational decisions. We watched him. We saw what he tended toward, and we followed that. Other parents, I don't judge other parents for what they do. If they choose to completely ignore the deaf community, not ever choose to sign, if they choose to completely focus on putting hearing aids or a cochlear implant on their child, expecting their child to read their lips, expecting their child to talk, go to speech every day, or whatever it takes to achieve that goal that they have for their child. That's their family, and maybe their child wants that. I'm not saying that my way is the only way or the best way. It was the best way for our son. I'm sure of that. I've questioned myself along the way many, many times, and I do feel sure that signing with our son was the best thing for him. I don't feel sure in telling other people that they have to sign. But I would say, if I were going to share another piece of wisdom with parents, to be open to all those paths in the beginning. Learn how to sign, like I was open to various methods like John Tracy Clinic or oral methods, and we took him to speech and various other ways to communicate with him. When you're making those decisions, give them the options and yourself the options, because you'll probably meet other people along the way that use those things, and being educated about those kinds of ways of communicating will help you to connect with those people, those families. And no two deaf people are alike. Every deaf person is different. You can't just say deaf people are like this or like that. They're not just a group of people. Each one is an individual. So with your own family, follow your child's lead. Do what's natural for your child. Piece of wisdom I would want to share with professionals. Believe it or not, a lot of professionals have a negative attitude about parents. I found this hard to understand. I still find it kind of hard to understand when I hear professionals put down a parent or talk about parents as a group and say parents aren't interested or they don't care, or oh, well, my parents won't come to that, or my parents don't ever show up for this, or they don't care about that. Because of some choice the parents have made of the children that they have. And while I can, understand why they might be able to see, or that they might have their own opinions about the kids they teach, the teachers don't understand what it's like to go home and have a child 24 hours a day that's a deaf kid. Most teachers chose their line of profession. They, maybe went through several different decisions before they came to decide, oh, I'm going to be a deaf ed teacher, or I'm going to teach ASL, or I'm going to teach parent-infant. I think they chose those paths, whereas being the parent of a deaf child was not a choice we made. It was thrust upon us. We ended up that happening to us, but we had not been prepared for it. We didn't, envision ourselves that way or choose to be that. Didn't choose to have a deaf child. So for professionals, I would say, please don't judge your parents. Don't judge the parents, the families of the people, the kids that you have, the students that you have. Instead, educate them, welcome them, be friendly to them, and keep inviting them to do things that you know will be good for their family, for their student, because I guarantee almost all the parents you come in contact with want their child to be successful more than you want that for them. They want their child to be happy. They want their child to learn. I guarantee it. I just can't believe that any parents wouldn't care